We're going to do a little breakdown of some case analysis of the state of Georgia versus the person now known as Dr. Christy Perez. In this video, we're breaking down the specific charges and convictions related to the legal proceedings involving Dr. Christy Perez, as documented under the names Stephen Lemery and Christopher Andrew Lynch in the Georgia court system. And I do want to recognize that having to list a dead name is not something anyone should do, except for with correlation to identity, when such a case as what we're discussing should happen. And the only reason to do that is to show the intent behind the character. It is not to degrade or to tear down any person who may be transgender for their identity, or to disregard or diminish the identities that are spoken out loud when someone tells us how they identify. The way that court proceedings work, often when someone is transgender, the name that they are registered under in the prison system is the name that is on their actual identifying records. And this is another matter that is completely beyond the scope of what we're going to be discussing, so let's keep the subject at the task at hand. The first major charge that we're going to be discussing is pandering by compulsion. Legally, this involves compelling a person by promises, threats, or violence to engage in an act of prostitution. This charge highlights the coercive elements of this case. The second conviction involves sexual exploitation of children. This is a severe felony that covers the production, distribution, and possession of materials depicting minors in sexually explicit conduct or the solicitation of minors. In this case, both things were occurring. Dr. Christy Perez was the person responsible for producing CSAM. I want that to sink in. Charge 3, trafficking of persons for labor and sexual servitude. When finally looking at that charge for trafficking for labor of sexual servitude, that involves the recruitment, transportation, and harboring of persons through force or fraud for the purposes of forced labor and sexual acts. These are a matter of public record and can be verified via the DCGA web search under the names Stephen Lemery and Christopher Andrew Lynch. For more details on the activist response, further research into this case filings is recommended. You can see the other videos that I've made. You can see the videos that Simona has made. You can see the videos that other people are putting out there to learn more about what is happening here. But let there be no mistake. A person who has been charged on paper with convictions like these should never be allowed to become a victim advocate or an activist speaking on any topic related to Epstein, or working in circles that are for people who are there to advocate for victims and to keep victims safe. A person who produced and distributed CSAM has no business ever becoming that person or being platformed.